Hi guys, today we're working on page 293 and 294 and we're going to start today by counting to 100 by tens. So I have been building a long time and I made a lot of rows of tens. I've worked so hard, you guys. So we're going to count by tens, and for every block stick that I pick up, we're going to count by tens. So 10, 20, okay? All the way to 100. Will you count with me? All right, ready, set, let's go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So look at all of these that I made. We counted them. So how many groups of 10 do you think that we counted? We counted all the way to 100. How many groups of 10 are there? How many sticks do I have? Do you have any idea? Let's count by ones this time to see how many of these we have. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 groups. I don't know if you can see these. There we go. We have 10 groups of these right here. But what would I do if I wanted to count by fives? Do you have any idea what I could do to one stick if I wanted to count by fives? I could break this down into five. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now both sticks have 5 cubes. So I'm going to do that to every single group of 10, and then we'll count by fives, okay? So 1. So now I broke all of my groups of 10 into groups of 5. Now do you think I have more or less sticks? What does it look like? Yeah, I have more sticks. So first let's count by fives and see if we can get to 100. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. So I still have 100 of these little blocks, and I just broke them into groups of 5. But we kind of said that it looks like I have a lot more sticks now. How many groups of 5 do you think I have here? Do you have an idea? Let's count by ones now to see how many groups of 5 we have. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We have 20 groups of 5. So my friends, it's nice to see you again. So originally when we were counting by tens, we had 10 groups of 10. And then when we counted by fives, we had 20 groups of 5. But both of them all added up to how many of these little tiny blocks, the single ones? 100. No matter what we did, we still had 100 blocks. So friends, now we're going to practice drawing a picture to match the story that we hear. So my story first is our friend Cheddar. He picked 8 cherries off the tree and then he ate one. So how could we draw that picture? And I don't want to make it too hard, so let's just think, how many cherries should we draw? If my story says Cheddar picked 8 cherries and picked one and ate one, how many cherries should we draw? We're going to start with 8. So 1, 2, my pen does not work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to pretend that these are cherries. Okay, so Cheddar picked 8 cherries. And then my story says that he ate 1. So what should we do to our picture to show that he ate 1 cherry? Should we add more cherries? Should I draw a couple more? No, I don't think so either. So what should we do? Yeah, we're just going to cross one out. I think Cheddar's going to eat this one. So now, how many cherries do I have left? Do I have fewer cherries or do I have more? What do you think? I have fewer cherries. I have less than. So how many cherries did he eat? He ate 1. We started with 7. Do you think this is an addition or an subtraction? Addition or subtraction problem? I think subtraction. He started with 8. He ate 1. So how many do you think we have left over? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you guessed 7, you are right. So my story continues that Cheddar had his 7 cherries, and he liked his cherries so much that he actually went back up into the tree to pick those cherries. So he picked 3 more cherries. So how could we draw this picture? He started with his 7. Remember, he started with 8. He ate 1. Now he has 7. So he started with the 7, and now he went to pick 3 more cherries. So how can I draw that picture? I'm going to start with 7 cherries because he ate 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cherries. And then remember, he went back up into the tree to pick 3 more cherries. So what can I do to my picture to show that? Should I cross out 3 cherries? I don't think so. I think we're going to add 3 more cherries. So here's the ones that he went back up to the tree to pick. 1, 2, 3. How can I start writing my number sentence? 7. And are we plus or minus? Add or subtract? Add, so our plus sign. And then how many did he go back and pick? 3. 7 plus 3. So now how many does he have all together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 3, 8, 9, 10. Now he has 10 cherries. Let's do a couple more drawings. So for these next stories, I want you to go grab a piece of paper, and I'm going to tell you a story, and I want you to try to draw them all on your own, and then I'll show you what I did. So go ahead and pause the video, grab your paper and pencil, and then play when you're ready. Okay, do you have your papers? All right, so here's my story. Miss Hayden, I really like to read, and so right now I have 3 books. They're brand new books, and I can't decide which one to read, but I saw these 2 other new books that I really want to buy, and so I have my 3 books, and I went to buy 2 more. So now my friends are wondering, how many brand new books do I have? What do you think? I'm going to give you a second to draw your picture. So pause the video, and then when you're all done drawing your picture, push play and I'll show you what I did. Okay, are you ready? So I have my 3 books already. And then I went to the store and I bought 2 more. 2 more books. And I'm wondering, my friends are wondering now, how many brand new books does Miss Hayden have? What do you think? Let's see. I'm going to start my number sentence. So I started with 3, and I went and I bought 2 more. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 new books. I have a lot of new books. So my last story for you to draw all by yourself is my grandpa loves to make oatmeal cookies. You guys, I think he makes the best oatmeal cookies ever. And so he made my family 10 oatmeal cookies. And 2 of them already got eaten. So, and I'm not saying by who, but how many oatmeal cookies do I have left? Go ahead and pause the video, draw the picture. Remember, my grandpa made 10 oatmeal cookies. 2 of them already got eaten. How many oatmeal cookies are left? All right, so now that you're done, I'll show you how I would draw my picture. So I'm going to start with 10 oatmeal cookies. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 oatmeal cookies. 2 of them already got eaten. I may have been the one to eat them. And so I'm going to cross out 2 oatmeal cookies. Now to start my number sentence, I'm going to start with the number of oatmeal cookies I had, and that was 10. And 2 of them got eaten. We crossed those out. So this tells me I'm doing subtraction. So I'm going to subtract minus my 2 cookies and my equal sign. How many do you think I have left? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you guessed 8, you are right. Now, friends, can we talk about donuts for just a second? Yeah, donuts. I love donuts. Do you like donuts? I love them. And so I was just wondering if I went to the donut store and I wanted to get some to share with my friends. I was just trying to decide which one to get so that maybe I could cut them and that we could all share and have equal parts. Equal parts. Can you say that? Equal parts. Good job. That means that both sides are going to be the same. So for example, if I have my circle, right, and let's just pretend that this is a pie and I'm trying to share with everybody, should I cut it if I'm trying to share with you and me, just you and me, 2 pieces? Should I cut it like this? Okay, now you get this little part and then I get this part. Does that seem equal? No, I don't think so. So we're going to talk about equal parts. Now before we talk about my donuts, let's just look for a second. What about this triangle? How would you split it into equal parts? Could we do this? Those 2 look pretty equal. I think so. What about a rectangle? Could I split it like this? Do those 2 things look equal? What if this was a Hershey's bar and I said, okay, you get this part and then I'll get this part? Would that seem equal? No, I don't think so. I think we could split it right down the middle. We could also probably split it this way, right? Those are equal parts. And same with the triangle. What if we split it not up and down, but what if we split it from the corners? Then this side is equal, just like that side. So we want to see if there can be equal parts, the same size and the same shape. With our circle, we should probably split it right down the middle, right? So let's go back to our donuts. I want you to think in your head of your favorite donut, okay? Mine is called an old-fashioned. It's like a glazed donut. It looks like a glazed donut, but it just tastes so much better. So I was thinking about getting one of those. And those have a hole in the middle. And then my friend also likes the filled donuts. Have you ever had the filled donuts before? They don't have a hole in the middle. And they have jelly on the inside. And then I was also thinking about getting a chocolate twist. And those kind of look like this a little bit, and then they have like the chocolate on the top. It's not the best drawing of a chocolate donut, but you get what I'm trying to say. So I decided that I wanted to buy these 3, and there's 2 of us, And I was just trying to think, what's the best way to split these donuts into equal parts? So remember, this is my old-fashioned. Okay. It's kind of similar to a rainbow sprinkled. Do you like rainbow sprinkled donuts? I do. So if I wanted to share this with you and I, how would I split these into equal parts? Could I split this one like this? That wouldn't be equal. What if I split it down the middle? So maybe you get that half and I get that half? That would be equal, wouldn't it? How many parts am I splitting it into? 2. One for you and one for me. What about this filled donut? Could I split it this way? That looks like equal parts to me. What about the rainbow sprinkled? Could I split it this way? Do those look like equal parts? This side looks the same size as this one. What about this chocolate twist? What if I split it like this? Would that work? That's not very equal, huh? What if I split it like this? You get this side and I get this side? No, I don't think so. What if I split it like this? That would be hard, but I could do it. Or we could split it like this. Now, what happens if I cut it in half and then let's just say I take a bite out of your side of the jelly-filled donut? Is it still an equal part? No. That wouldn't be very fun if I gave you a part that already had a bite taken out of it. It wouldn't be the same amount. But then what if I took a bite out of my side too? I took a bite of my side, I took a bite of your side, I split it, and I said, here you go. Would it be equal parts now? There's one bite out of both of them. They would be equal parts. So I just used donuts because I really like donuts and I thought it would be fun to talk about equal parts with donuts. But just to make sure that we understand, can you show me which shape is put into equal parts? So I'm going to draw a square. And I'm going to draw my square 3 times. Can you tell me which square is put into equal parts? Square number 1, 2, or 3? Equal parts. Definitely not 1. This side is way smaller than the big side, so it's not that one. Number 2 and number 3 look really close. This side looks the same as this side, does it? No, this side looks pretty small compared to this side, so I don't think it's this one. So if you were guessing number 3, you're right. Number 3 is split into equal parts. So friends, let's look at page 293. There's our friend Cheddar, and we're going to talk about equal parts. It says circle the object that has equal parts. So we're going to look at each object and see what has equal parts. So for the first one, we see this pie. Does this pie look like it's into equal parts? I think so. Let's circle it. What about these shapes that Cheddar has? Do they look the same to you? They look very close, but what do you notice about this one? It's a parallelogram. I don't know if you guys have used that word yet, but it's not a rectangle. They don't have the same sides on this side. This shape has more. So if this was any type of food, you would want this one because this one has more. This is a rectangle and the sides don't go out as much. So these are not equal parts. What about this sandwich? How many parts is it cut into? It's cut into 3 parts. Are they equal parts? They look like the same size to me. Let's go ahead and circle that one. What about this rectangle? How many parts is it separated into? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 parts. Are they 4 equal parts? Yeah, they are. They're the same size and the same shape. Let's circle that one. Let's look at this pizza. I love pepperoni pizza. Does that look like they're separated into equal parts? What do you think? I think so. They're the same size and the same shape. What about this pear? How many parts is it separated into? 2. Do they look like the same size and the same shape? I don't think so. So I'm not going to circle it. But my friends, what if it was separated? What if it was separated like this, up and down? Then would it be the equal parts? Yeah, the left side looks the same to the right side. So if we took our knife and we cut our pear in half that way, they would be equal parts. But for what it shows on our homework today, that black line does not make it an equal part. Let's look at this last object. I think this might be a brownie. What do you think it is? I'm not sure. Anyways, let's keep going. Does this look like it's separated into equal parts? For this object, we're just going to look at this line. What do you think? I think so. Let's circle it. The same size and the same shape. So then on the back, we have to complete each sentence. So the first one says, the game board has equal parts. So how many equal parts do you see on the game board? Now what I notice is that this looks like tic-tac-toe. And if you notice, they're separated into squares. And are those squares the same size and the same shape? They are. So those are equal parts. So can you count each square? I know there's one without an X or an O, but that's okay because it's still a square. So we need to count each square. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The game board has 9 equal parts. The next one is a spinner. The spinner has how many equal parts? 1, 2, 3, 4. The spinner has 4 equal parts because they're all the same size and the same shape. For the last part, we're going to use the colored cubes to complete the addition sentence for 5. So all of these number sentences are going to add up to 5. I'm going to do the first one for you. So it says 5 equals something plus something. Well, how many red cubes do we have here? Just one, so I'm going to put 5 equals 1 plus how many yellow cubes do you have? 4. 1 plus 4. So 5 equals 1 plus 4. Why don't you do the next 3 on your own, pause the video, and when you're ready, push play and I'll tell you my answers. The next one is 5 equals 2 red blocks plus 3 yellow blocks. This one is 5 equals 3 red blocks plus 2 yellow blocks. And the last one is 5 equals 4 red blocks plus 1 yellow box. All right, that's it for today. We talked about equal parts and we counted to 100. I'm so proud of you. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bye.